Well, welcome to the fourth installment of the First Reliance Bank teaching series on money. There is more to banking than money, and First Reliance is committed to help you win with your money. My name is Joe Sangl, and I'm a founder of an organization known as IWasBrokeNowI'mNot.com. I Was Broke Now I'm Not is committed to helping people accomplish far more than they ever thought possible with their personal finances. I'm so excited you've chosen to join us for another session of teaching about personal finances. And in this session, I'm going to teach about an incredible topic known as saving. Saving is one of the most difficult and challenging things that we all face with our personal finances, but it is the first key to building wealth. I really hope that you have taken a moment to download the listening guide and to listen to sessions 1, 2, and 3 of this series, because it will help you. I'm absolutely convinced it will help you win with your money and take your finances to another level. The reason I know that is because it helped me, and that's why I'm passionate to help you. I know you can do this. Let me connect this session to the I Was Broke Now I'm Not ladder. We shared this in session 1, but I wanted to show you how saving connects to the ladder. It connects to rung number 2, which is building that initial wall of protection against life happening and starting with $2,500 in a beginner emergency fund. And it connects to rung number 5 of building savings to a minimum of 3 months of expenses. This is how you can make sure that you can have a debt-proof life, that you might be able to eliminate tons of financial pressure and focus on those goals that you set in rung number 1. I want you to live a great life, and saving helps you get there. So if you're taking notes, point number 1 of this session is you cannot prosper if you do not save. And you get to fill in those capitalized, underlined words, prosper and save. You cannot prosper if you do not save. It's not possible. Like I hear a lot of people saying, I want to win with my money. It is my dream to be a millionaire. And I'll say, what are you saving? Do you have a budget? Are you investing? And they're like, no. And I kind of jokingly say, but it's kind of sad. I'll say, well, you have a better chance of magical flying unicorns coming past your life than you are to be a millionaire if you don't save. It's not possible. Let's just kind of put it in real terms. Think of a person you know that is prospering. Okay, now think of a person that's winning with money who has no money. You see, it's not possible, right? How did they start winning with money? It's because they chose to save. Most people are first generation wealthy. The ones that are worth $1 million or more, $10 million or more, in a book that was a complete research project called The Millionaire Next Door, they found out that about 3 out of 4 of them were first generation wealthy, and they found out that it was their decision to become and stay debt free and to choose to save and become prodigious accumulators of wealth that they started winning with money. You can't prosper if you do not save. And no one will make you save but yourself. In fact, point number 2 is savings allows you to separate, that's the word you would fill in there in your listening guide, to separate your employer and maybe if you have a business, your customers, from having full control of your financial life. Like think about this for a second. If you have no savings and your employer decided to lay you off, or you decided to lay you off, or you had a health concern and you could not work anymore, then one single decision by your employer, like to fire you, to lay you off, it's going to cause you to go in a financial ditch. In other words, the choice to not save money. Hear me on that. I chose my words carefully. It is a choice to not save money. And like you might push back and say, Joe, no. It's not a choice. I can't save money. I have all these bills. I have all these financial concerns. I have all these challenges. We all do. But for some reason, some people are able to say no. They say no. They don't go finance everything they possibly could. They choose to drive cars longer than normal people would. They buy less house than most people would. And it allows them to save money. And that allows them to separate their employer from having direct control of their financial life. You see, when you have $20,000 saved up and your employer says you're fired, that's different than when you have $2 saved up and your employer says you're fired. You see, it allows you to be able to say, my employer does not control my entire financial life. That's an incredible place to be, and it's an incredible fact. Point number 3 is there's a difference between saving and investing. There is a difference, and I want you to note these differences. See, saving is for immediate needs, things that are 5 years or less. Saving is for immediate needs. I'm going to replace a car. My kid's going to college in the next year or two. I need to have a household repair. My roof is leaking, but only when it rains. And it's for immediate needs, 5 years or less. And investing is for long-term. Fill in those two words, long and term. It's for long-term plans, hopes, and dreams. Those things that are 5 years or longer. See, investing is where you're putting your money at risk through some sort of investment, trying to lasso the power of compound interest. But saving is where, hey, I need to protect this money because I know I'm going to need it here in the next couple of years. That's the big difference between saving and investing. Point number 4 is that saving is a form of insurance. Have you ever thought of that? Like if you have car insurance, the car insurance company does not take your money and say, oh my goodness, they sent me money. Let's have a party and spend it up. No, they have regulations upon them that says they have to save a bunch of that money so that when and if you have a claim, they will have the money available to pay you back and fix whatever went wrong. Think about it. That money is in a big pile, and as you have a claim, they can pay for it. Well, in the same way, your savings, that beginning $2,500 and then that 3 months worth of expenses or more, that money is insurance in your life. You see, it insures you against future debt. When your car breaks down, you can just pay cash for it. When your refrigerator dies, you can just pay cash for it. It's a form of insurance that protects you from life happening. It's incredible. And then you can become self-insured. Point number 5 is only you can make you save. That's the truth. Your children, if you have young kids in the house, man, they're not going to make you save. They're going to try to get you to spend money. They're going to smile and they're cute. Oh, they're cute. And they have just money. You're like your credit card heats up. If you have grandkids, woo, you know that can make you spend some money. And only you can make you save. The government's not going to make you save. Your employer's not going to make you save. Only you can make that choice to save money. And as a result, that's why we find all these books. That's why you're watching this series maybe, is that we need help on figuring out how to save. We all know we should save money for a rainy day, but it's so difficult. I find it humorous that you don't find the book at the bookstore that says how to be broke in 5 easy steps. It's because we figure that out pretty well on our own. And I found it kind of uncanny that no matter how much we make, like the day when we made $1,000 in a month and we thought we were wealthy beyond measure, we managed to spend it all. We maybe get a job and we're making $4,000 a month and somehow or another we managed to spend it all. I've even met people that make $40,000 take-home pay per month and they still spend it all. We have an unbelievable ability to spend whatever's coming in plus a little more. Only you can make you save. It's kind of the Smokey Bear commercial, right? Only you can prevent forest fires and only you can make you save. There's 3 things everyone must save for. And if you're filling in the blank, I encourage you to do so. Number 1, you should save for emergencies. You should save for emergencies. This is rung number 2 on the I was broke, now I'm not ladder. Life is going to happen. You're going to have an appliance failure. I mean, it's kind of like I want you to say back to me to this video, like which of these has happened to you? Has your dryer broke down? Has your washer broke down? Have you discovered your refrigerator failed or your freezer? Your air conditioner went out on the hottest day of the year? Your furnace died on the coldest day of the year? I'm telling you, I know you've seen one or more of those happen. You had a home repair that was needed. There was an illness or an injury and it required you to have money available to pay the deductible or that stuff that wasn't covered by your insurance. Your car broke down. You had to repair something or replace tires or brakes or a hot water pump or a radiator or a CV joint or whatever else it is they said broke. You had to fix it. You have to save for emergencies. The second thing you have to save for is known upcoming but non-monthly expenses. We call those KUEs, KUEs, known upcoming expenses. Known upcoming non-monthly expenses. Like, I want you to write those words down there. Known, they're known expenses. They're upcoming. We know they're coming, but they're not monthly. And because they're not monthly, we tend to forget about them. Can you say Christmas? Can you say vacation? Like we kind of forget that we need money for it. And we say, we're going to save some money for that maybe. And then all of a sudden it's upon us right now. And we need the money for vacation. We need it for Christmas, but it's not there. Even though we knew it was coming. Let me press in a little more. You know your car's wearing out. Are you saving for the next one? You know your car tires are wearing out. Are you saving for the next ones? Your child, when they were born, they were 0 years old. That's an 18-year notice that they might be going to college. It's a known upcoming, but non-monthly expense. Here's some common ones. Christmas, vacation, insurance premiums, like quarterly or annual insurance premiums. Maybe it's semi-annual. Property taxes. Maybe you have to pay property taxes on a vehicle or on your house. Maybe special days like birthdays and anniversaries and weddings and all those graduations, right? Those tend to show up in big clumps. And if we don't save for them, they can nuke our budget. Known upcoming non-monthly expenses is really important to save for. And here's how I've learned to save for them, and I will encourage you to save for them this way as well, is you can convert these known upcoming but non-monthly expenses into monthly expenses. You can convert them into monthly expenses or every paycheck expenses. And you can use the known upcoming expenses calculator located in the tools section of that wildly popular website, iwasbrokenowimnot.com. You can just type in the initials IWBNIN.com. It stands for I was broke, now I'm not.com. And you can use this calculator to calculate how much you need to save every month or every paycheck. And I'm telling you, this website is wildly popular. Like 3 people per day visit it. It's amazing. And you can click on tools right there. And this is what the calculator looks like. You can type in the different things you're saving for. And let's say in this example, it's $4,450 that you need to save for Christmas, vacation, life insurance, property taxes, and special days. Your numbers will be different. This is just an example. Don't miss my the tool for my example numbers. And if you get paid 26 times a year, well then that means you need to save $171 per pay period to be able to save up $4,450 in the year. And if you made it in every paycheck expense, then whenever this certain thing, Christmas or vacation or property taxes showed up, you would know you had the money saved up for it. And what I would encourage you to do is I would encourage you to go to First Reliance Bank and you can set up a savings account. Seriously, you can set up a savings account where you can have sub-accounts called Christmas, vacation, life insurance premium. You can actually name them and you can have automatic drafts that are lined up with each paycheck that will automatically go in that account. It's kind of like the old-fashioned Christmas club account, only it's for all types of known upcoming but non-monthly expenses. I encourage you to check it out at firstreliance.com. The third thing you should save for are your dreams. This is rung number 1 of the I was broke now I'm not ladder that says set goals. It's those plans, hopes, and dreams. And man, if you're not saving for your dreams, it can be really tedious to do a budget. When you're just doing a budget to pay the basic bills, it can rob you of joy. It can rob you of energy. It can rob you of financial momentum, and it can create stress. But when you see yourself making progress towards a dream, one step at a time, every single paycheck that you're saving a little bit, whatever that is, just a little bit, before you know it, you'll be able to have a lot. A little bit over time adds up to a lot. Hey, I'm encouraging you to save money. And your next step is listed there in your listening guide, and I want you to go use this KUEs calculator. Go pull it up off of iwasbrokenowimnot.com, click on tools in the savings section. Calculate your savings per paycheck, that amount required to fully fund your known upcoming expenses and your dreams. Make sure that you put those in there and add that to the savings portion of your budget. Make sure that you're saving for known upcoming but non-monthly expenses. Hey, when I did this, it allowed me to eliminate what I call budget crushing expenses from happening to my budget. In fact, it virtually eliminated surprise expenses because it allowed me to anticipate expenses. It was just as I said in the ladder session, I had climbed the ladder, and therefore when you climb a ladder, your perspective shifts. You can just see farther. It allows you to anticipate expenses coming your way, and it changed my life. I encourage you to check out the personal savings account option, as I mentioned, at First Reliance Bank. You can save for more than one thing by having multiple named accounts. This is just an example snapshot that I took of the First Reliance Bank website showing all these different named accounts. You can see there's Christmas and emergency and kids education, and you can see that you can have the different balances there next to that. It's an incredible way to save and to keep track of what all of that money is there for. Instead of one big glob of money, they're all separated by the different sub-accounts. And then the second thing you could do is sign up for an Easy Flex 25-month CD. Pays you a higher interest, and you can request a rate increase once during the term. So during that 25 months, if interest rates go up, you can come in and say, hey, I need that rate to go up, and First Reliance will increase it for you. And you can access up to 50% of your money anytime during that term for hardship reasons without penalty. That's a great thing. And it allows you to earn a little bit of money, but more than importantly, it protects your money through an FDIC insured account and ensures that you're saving for these things that will prevent you from having budget crushing events. Hey, to open an account, you can open it online at firstreliance.com, or you can call this number 888-543-5510, or stop by any First Reliance branch office. I've listed those 6 branches in the back of your listening guide, and you can see them on the screen right now, and I encourage you to stop by. They're friendly people, and hey, think about it. They invested money, time, energy, and effort to help bring you 4 sessions of personal financial lessons to help you win with your money. I would encourage you to stop by and say thank you and to open up an account and be on your way towards living a fully funded life. This is Joe Sangl with I Was Broke, Now I'm Not, and I encourage you to get fired up.